bioethics committee. Another one is, even if we don't get it to go through, it will be more awareness for our cause. So we just got to keep working on it. I know we're all tired. I know it just seems impossible, and we, in no terms whatsoever should victims of murder be responsible for getting this stellar evidence to bring down a program and make people, investigate it and help us. In no human life should that ever have occurred. But that's where we are until enough people know about this. We are there where it is on us after shouldering the burden of being tortured and raped and murdered 24 hours a day. The burden is on us to prove it, to get people to believe, to protest, to get the word out, because this was done on purpose. You can look at this, you look at the technology, how advanced it is, that it can read signals from the brain, it can send signals to the brain, it can work with all these electromagnetic frequencies. It was put down at a ground level in our communities, so it was on purpose that they did this, that our leaders did this. They did it very compartmentalized, where a lot of people get a lot of money for doing it, so they keep it hushed up. They make sure that people who are practiced in keeping secrets are the ones doing it, and they keep it all zipped up tight. It was on purpose that they did this. It wasn't just some fluke accident or some people just getting this equipment and deciding to go hog wild with it. It was planned. So that's why it's so hard to bring down, is because it was planned, and people are making a lot of kickbacks and money. Private corporations are getting research for new products with these electromagnetic frequencies, and the DoD is learning a lot of things about how it can be used for soldiers. I think a lot of us say the time for experimentation really has passed. They've learned enough, and now it falls into other angles of their plan, which one of them, which the UN writes papers on, in a world governing body, Council on Foreign Relations, people like that. They have papers on depopulation, on population control and population reduction, and this figures into shortening people's lives and soft killing people. It's very dark stuff. They know that the American people and the people around the world will not accept it on a mass scale if it's out in the public, so this is the way that they do it. And the people who are microwaving me they may only know one angle of the plan. They may just be like, oh, well, this is helping soldiers. We're helping to learn about this directed energy weapon technology to help soldiers to win in battle, to help our soldiers. So this one guy, we're making money doing it, and we're helping fight terrorism. They may believe that eventually this will be used to catch terrorists, even though it's just murdering innocent people for now. They may think magically it'll just switch at some point in time, which is bullshit. It will be used to kill innocent people because it's being used to kill innocent people now, and it will go on like that because the means are the ends. The means justifying any ends is a lie. It's just a lie and a delusion. And a lot of these things that these men are told to do things like this to their neighbors or people in the city, are delusions. They're lies to control them and to make them do horrible things to the people around them. It's very sad because these men who are doing this to me, or men and women, they feel like they're in control, like they're controlling me, like they're controlling the situation. They feel power in the murder. They feel like, if I even think a bad thought because of the remote neural monitoring, that I can be punished with torture. And they're only just controlling themselves. Like, they're just idiots, worthless idiots who are not in control of anything and are being used. Just like this technology, is a tool, can be used for good or evil. They're using it for evil, but they are also tools being used for evil. Because humans can be good or evil too. We can work for good or we can work for evil. And somebody, the main power, in our country, in the world, is using men to do awful things, using them for evil. So they're actually being used, and they feel like they're in control because they're murdering people, but they're just being used, and they can be tossed off at the first sign that these people don't want them around. It happened, in Nazi Germany. The people who helped Hitler get into power were the first to go, and it will happen here like that. There's a good saying, and I think I've said it on my videos. People say history repeats itself if we don't learn from our past mistakes. There's this awesome saying in a comic book, and I know I said this in one of my past videos. History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. And this rhymes with a lot of evil things that have happened in our history. So, I'm just hanging in there. Making videos really helps me. It helps me to just kind of get back in control of my own emotions. It's a task to not get angry. I've been tortured for 7 years that I know of, and I think that I was tortured for longer than that, and I didn't even know. I attributed it to my Crohn's disease, and I think that I had been put in this program a lot longer before I realized, that I was being tortured. That's an awful thing to know in the world, that, I know I've been tortured for 7 years, but it may have been longer when I didn't even know I was being tortured and harassed. I just knew weird things were kind of going on around me and attributed them to just the way the world is, or, me having Crohn's disease, or, just people being mean or whatever. Really awful stuff, really not covert at all, but cowardice. Total cowardice. Here's a work truck with one light. See the consistency of it. If you're not a targeted individual, go out and just take a drive. Take a drive down your streets and see if you see so many one-light cars, not being a targeted individual. Because I am a targeted individual, and this is the frequency that I see one-light cars. A lot of times it's more than this, but this is just when I'm, have the video on. You go out and just try it for yourself. When you're taking a drive, just kind of look around and see if you just be like, count how many one-light cars you see, and compare it to what I'm showing on this video to prove it to yourself that there might be something going on, and then research a little bit more. We need non-TIs, we need TIs, we need everybody helping on this. We need people in power, not in power. We need everybody becoming aware of this. We need this technology out in the public. It is very important. It is crucial to our species to learn as much as we can about this technology as fast as we can, and to get this out to the medical community, the scientific community, neurologists, neurobiologists, so that people know about this stuff. Because, if it's affecting somebody's mind and they don't know, they're receiving some kind of directed energy weapon signals, bad things can happen. I sometimes am often thankful that I know about this. I'm not thankful that it's happening to me and I'm being tortured, but we have to know about this. This technology is very powerful. It can affect the human mind and the human nervous system. It can hurt people a lot. So we have to. It's here. The technology is not going to go away, but it can be taken out of the shadows and used for good. It will be eventually, but we just need to shorten that time span as much as we can by telling who we can. It is really very important to our species, for creativity and critical thinking, and us not being mind-controlled slaves. It's very, very important for people to live safely in their homes, so that if this does start happening to somebody, like an attack from some of these electromagnetic frequency weapons, that we'll know what's going on and we can get somebody to investigate it, and nobody will have to be attacked for that long. There's a one-light white car at the light right there, very blatant, bright. I'm at about 23 minutes. I guess that's all I want to say, guys. I'm just going to keep trying to put videos out. I'm just going to keep trying to talk about this. I know I repeat myself a lot. That's mainly for people who are, seeing my videos for the first time. I try and get some new information in there for UTIs and just give updates on how I'm doing and dealing with this. Today I've got some more or less EMF stuff coming. I've got another skull cap and another balaclava. I'm going to double up on them. And, I got some EMF kind of boxer briefs because they were hitting me in the groin, and those have really worked out. Those have really protected my junk a lot. My junk. But so you know, and my Q wave defenders are working, so I'm not getting horribly tortured all the time, but it's just been so long and it just keeps going on. And even the dulled down stuff that they're doing is just, it's so annoying and tiresome. But I am thankful. I need to thank God right now, you know, in front of y'all and in front of I thank God that it's not worse. You know, I thank God that I've got defenses and people to talk to on conference calls, and that we are getting there, and this won't be our whole lives. We've really got to believe that. I still keep believing. I'll get angry once in a while, guys. You know, how I'm on these videos isn't how I am, like, when I'm not on the video. I am really pissed off, like, all the time, and I'm trying to fight that in myself, because, you know, I constantly have people, like, you know, set up around the condo to, like, kind of act like they're following me or something, and then I'm getting tortured while that's happening, and so I'm really in a bad mood all the time, a bad mood and angry, and, you know, but one good thing that I do, you know, I try and, you know, I was watching some YouTube videos that were funny, and laughing really took me out of it. Focusing on other stuff really helps. Listening to music really helps when I'm not listening to Dave's CD. You know, I'll listen to music that's inspiring, and that really, I'll even sing. I'll sing real loud in my condo now, because I really don't care, you know, what the people around me think. I never talk to my V2K inside of my condo, but I do occasionally say, like, things at normal levels that people around me can't hear, but I do sing, because I think that singing, and while you're listening to music, it changes your frequency, you know, of your vocal cords, and it spreads out to affect your brain. So you're listening to the music and you're singing, it's going through your vocal cords and your body, and it can give you a happy feeling. It can unentrain you from a lot of the extremely low frequencies, the low frequencies that they're trying to make us depressed or angry or hopeless with. So if you're a good singer, keep singing, because it can change your frequency. If you're a bad singer, keep singing too. Any kind of singer, please sing, because it does actually change your frequencies and raise your vibrations. We'll just keep going, guys. I'll stop this video. I was just trying to kind of get another video done and put it out. Just trying to raise awareness, let y'all know about my situation. You know I do say things over and over. I've just said that I say things over and over. But, you know, it needs to be done. Robert Duncan, you know, an expert on this stuff, who helped make some of the equipment, he said just keep talking about it. He said just keep on talking about it. You know, keep on talking about it in an intelligent manner. You know, and you can make people aware, and they'll have to police it, you know, when enough people are complaining. And more targeted individuals are being roped into this program, which is an awful rape torture program every day. You know, the bubble is soon going to burst. It can't be soon enough for me, and I know a lot of other TIs, probably every TI. It can't be soon enough for us. So let's keep talking about it. Let's keep talking about it. This isn't the only angle we need to take, making videos and documenting, but it is an angle that we do need to take. So let's keep coming up with great ideas. Keep coming up with, what does one of my friends say, blockbuster ideas. We need to come up with some blockbuster stuff, you know, to end this program. You know, I think we need a Senate Bioethics Committee. We need, you know, better conference calls. I mean, the conference calls are great. We need more TIs coming to those conference calls and giving out good ideas. More ideas for defense, so this becomes unfeasible for them. If we all get that CD, then, you know, it'll mess up their equipment. We'll defend ourselves with, you know, less EMF stuff and Velostat, Linkstat, and this carbon fiber material microwave laminating protectant. We just keep on doing that. We just keep on coming at it and getting better defenses. This won't be feasible for them, you know, in a short amount of time. So let's just keep coming at it, guys. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Y'all know I love y'all. You know God is behind us. God is behind us. He will give us miracles. And we've got to believe that. We've got to believe it with all of our hearts and our minds. We will do this, guys. I love y'all, and I will see you on the next one. All right, guys?